It's been a little over 3,935 hours since our last hello. We're still here. It's time to step away from your reality and back into this one. I'm Trey Bishop, the game director for SCP-5K. Welcome to our latest devlog for update 0.15. We're excited to share what we've been working on with a major update that truly showcases how the direction of the game is shaping up. With every decision, our aim is to create an experience that's as immersive and engaging as possible within the SCP universe, staying true to our two most important game pillars, tactical gameplay and horror. In SCP-5K, you are a member of the UIU Delta team, responding to concerning intel from a whistleblower at Area 12. Upon arrival, chaos erupts, and you become trapped during a containment breach lockdown, quickly learning that things are not what they seem, and something much bigger is happening. You are the only eyes inside this facility to carry on the mission, despite being unprepared for the kind of obstacles you will face. The balance between ordinary people with standard issue weapons fighting the anomalous is the secret sauce that we believe makes this a unique experience. It provides the best opportunity to introduce new fans to the SCP universe in a relatable way, while also respecting those already well-versed in the lore as they explore this fresh new adaptation of events unfolding around them. We've put a lot of focus on polishing the gameplay experience and the overall presentation, pulling players deep into a high-stakes environment going up against the unknown. To achieve that, we've been taking a hard look at a few different areas. This update brought with it a lot of trial and error. Getting each mission just right takes time, so we've gone through multiple versions of missions and gameplay elements, which is part of why we spent so much time on this update. It was important that the new content felt solid and satisfying. The trick was to find the right blend of narrative, action, and horror without boring anyone or making it too intense or difficult. We experimented a lot with how we telegraph objectives and mechanics to the players. We still have a lot more ground to cover, but we're very happy with where things are going. We think some of the new mechanics that we're introducing will be instrumental in helping us achieve that goal. Now, let's talk new mechanics, because we have quite a few. We're introducing an investigation system that will help clue players into secret details in the environment and let you dig deeper into the SCP lore, uncovering hidden details and documents that add a new layer to the narrative. There's also a new diegetic health wheel displayed on your character's watch, keeping you connected to the game without interrupting immersion. We've also added an in-game tablet that will allow you to view and manage documents on the fly, along with audio logs that you can now collect and listen to.
This is Warner Brown, sub-level 125, 8:32 p.m.
In the future, this will also be a tool for downloading and checking maps every time you locate a kiosk throughout Area 12. Reporting to TOC is another feature we're thrilled about. Currently, we've just implemented a handful of reportable elements to showcase the mechanic.
I'm not sure if you had the time to read the file on this place, or how much you know about the paranatural.
The most significant quality of the reporting mechanic right now is that it allows you to engage with Crow, the TOC for the UIU, directly at your leisure, affording you agency over how much narrative you're taking in, whether you're more of a traditional SCP fan or just want to run around and kill monsters with your friends.
We don't know what these things are. Move quickly.
Our sound and music system has also had a major overhaul. We've layered sound more dynamically, so it reacts realistically based on distance and environment. In future updates, we'll be improving the spatial audio of SCP-5K even more to help you know when and from what direction you're being attacked. All of these goals will build on and reinforce the atmosphere of the game, making every creak, distant scream, and the ambient noise feel as though it's coming from somewhere real, and maybe somewhere dangerously close. checkpoints have been improved and expanded. Now, they are incorporated into our mission chapter selection menu, making it easier for players to track their progress and rejoin the action at key points. We wanted to give you more control over your playthrough without sacrificing that tense and immersive experience. In the future, each act will be one map, so there will be less frequent loading required between chapters.
Let me know if you see any more of these.
Our programming and QA teams have been hard at work addressing bugs and improving overall performance. This includes a crucial fix to a DirectX 12 crash bug that some of you may have encountered. We've also squashed countless smaller bugs, all aimed at making SCP-5K run as smoothly as possible so that you can focus on the experience without so many technical interruptions. With all of these updates in place, let's take a closer look at the environments and level design that make SCP-5K so gripping. Our lead level designer, Joel Fugere, has been spearheading a rework of existing areas and new sections throughout all of Act 1, refining the mission layouts and the flow of each space to maximize immersion and tension. I'll hand it over to him to break down the incredible work his team has been doing for this update.
Hello everyone, I'm Joel, the lead level designer here at FRA. We've been cooking up major improvements and changes to Act 1 of the game. Our goal was to rework these areas and put them into a more complete state, something we're proud of and will be setting into stone per se. To achieve that goal, we needed to make some big changes. First off, we took your feedback regarding puzzles to heart. Some of the more arduous puzzles have been removed or reworked, like the gas can puzzle found earlier in logistics. Our philosophy for puzzles going forward is that any storyline required puzzles must be more intuitive and minimize tedious fetch-style gameplay. If a puzzle does require more thought, we need to be clear with how to do them, and try to introduce these features earlier on so that players can learn and discover them in a more digestible way.
Unlocking the gas valve.
Don't worry though, we still plan to have puzzles and secret areas, making sure that they support the game pillars. These areas can include modded weapons, lore, or even special events that may change how the game plays for each session. We've been focusing on two pillars of our game, namely tactical and horror. We decided to take some extra time to revamp the intro cells, for example. In the intro cells, we had three main goals. First, we wanted to improve the gameplay flow of the level. We did this by making the experience much more linear, tying into our new investigation system.
Shit. Back away, Agent. You need to get out of there.
And adding visual cues to show them when a new area is opening. Secondly, we wanted to ratchet up the horror. Which we accomplished by adding some improvements to 173's behavior, which makes him a much more interesting enemy. Thirdly, we wanted to improve the tutorial nature of the intro cells. There are a lot more prompts that explain to players how to do certain actions in the game, like use the flashlight, use investigation, and more. The intro cells have much more direction overall, creating more satisfying gameplay for this area. We spent some time ramping up the horror as well. We reworked the logistics area to focus on the unexpected takeover by SCP-3199, who has broken free in Area 12. These enemies, while big and bulky, can ambush the players when they least expect it. And the new flow for logistics. Players will now deal with them firsthand in the belly of the beast, SCP-3199's nest itself. Players should expect to have to use their flashlight or night vision for this section. Sometimes, we have no choice as UIU agents, but to push through hell to accomplish our goals. Moving on, we've improved the Descent to Hell with a new environment art, and an updated encounter that should give the players a bit more of a challenge from the previous iteration. While moving through this space, players should get a sense of the pandemonium that occurred during Area 12's fall. As players continue through, They will discover employee parking, a completely revamped space from the previous version of the game. Players should expect a much more challenging and engaging set of battles here, culminating in a pinnacle finish that will end up serving as a finale for this part of the game in the later versions. We also did a visual revamp for the offices, instead turning them into a lab intake style space, where the Foundation would process low-level SCPs and other phenomena. Players can find the start of our new, more focused lore that we will be adding in later versions of the game. As we continue development, our story will be given a bigger seat at the table with voice acting, written notes, environmental storytelling, and more.
Anomalous characteristics and activity have been noted.
After this point, there are no more significant changes to the game. Overall, we're really happy with how the logistics revamp has matured and can't wait to see you all play it.
That's it for this update. But before we go, we're excited to tease what's coming next in Update 0.16. In the next release, we'll be taking you back to the icy expanse of Antarctica, where you'll explore an expanded map with new abilities, and a new threat unlike anything you've seen in SCP-5K so far, replacing those placeholder zombies. So keep an eye out for more details soon, and as always, thank you for your continued support. There are many more things to discover and enjoy about this update, and we can't wait to see you in-game. So until next time, hold the light
And watch the dark.